Hey everybody! Today is an exciting day. It's my favorite day. I get to start my tomatoes. So I thought I'd bring you along while I do this and show you, walk you through the process that I do whenever I start my seeds, especially because I just love doing this, and I'm hopeful to have a great tomato growing season this year. So if this is your first time watching one of my videos, you guys, my name is Keisha and this is my channel, Saving Greens Homestead. I've already done a lot of things ahead of time, like I've already sterilized my soil. Today I'm just using regular starter mix that you can get at the store. I got that at Walmart. I'm using a tray that I bought last season at Walmart for $5 and it's still in good condition, so I'm using it again. And then I got my starter mix already sterilized, and what that is I pour boiling hot water in, because you need to hydrate this stuff anyways before you use it. And so what I do is I just use boiling hot water, and not only does it moisten the dirt for use, but also it kills any like fungus gnats, fungus gnat larvae, fungus gnat eggs that's in here. Because what I've found over the years of me doing this is that a lot of times when I buy soils from the big box stores and stuff, they come with stowaways and not ones that I want to have in my house. And usually it's a big problem. Once you get a couple of fungus gnats, they just procreate so much, and next thing you know, you have an infestation. So that's why it's good, always good, to sterilize your soil, no matter if it's starter, potting, whatever, if you're gonna have it in the house. Now, if I was starting my seeds outside in my shed like I normally do, then I wouldn't do all this part, because, I mean, they're outside. And, you know, fungus gnats are outside. So, but for indoors, if you watch any other videos on sand, for indoors, I put sand in everything. And that includes my starter trays. I use sand on top. So let's just get started. Okay, so like I said, I already sterilized the soil. I'm gonna plant some tomatoes that are new to me, that I'm trying out this season. And if you'd like to know all the tomato types and colors and everything that I'm using and where I got my seeds from and everything, I will have links to those videos in the description so that you can find it easily and be able to go back and look at that. But I've already discussed like all the tomato varieties that I'm growing this year, and I believe that number is topped out now at 70 70 different varieties. So I'm happy for that, though. I don't know, you guys. A lot of people use gloves when they do this, and I think it might even be suggested on the bag to use gloves or whatever. But I just like the feel of the soil in my hands, and so I don't ever wear gloves. You can see it. I don't know if you can. The steam is just coming off of this soil. So what I'm going to do is just get this tray filled with all of the soil, and then I will get back to you. Okay, and just like that, the tray is filled with the starter mix. So you guys, the whole time while I'm putting the soil in these cups here, I was thinking to myself, why can't I talk right? Have you ever just been so excited over something, or anticipating something so much that you just get tongue-tied and you just can't think right because you're so excited? That's how I am right now with these tomatoes. I don't know why. I'm just not thinking straight or something. All I'm thinking about is being able to try all these new varieties. And so I'm just hoping that they all grow, because even though like last year I grew, I think it was about 85 different varieties, even though I was growing that many, not all of them survived. So I didn't get a chance to try all of them. I tried the ones that did. But, you know, things happen. Diseases, weather conditions, you know, just things happen. So not all these varieties are going to make it. And it's not like I'm going to have all these varieties to try out. But for the ones that do survive and grow healthy, I'm excited. I can't wait. There's some really interesting tomatoes that I'm growing this year, and the colors and everything is just so pretty. And then I hear other people talking about certain ones, and I'm like, and how, oh, they're so good, and they're this and they're that, and I'm just like, okay. It just needs to hurry up and happen. You know, if I just seem like I'm rambling and stuff, you guys, it's just because I'm excited. I'm excited, and I just cannot get the words out. For some reason. So, and then also I'm like sitting on the edge of my couch because I don't know if you guys can see him. You can't see him that well. Here, let me do it this way. There he is. Tiger is all balled up behind me, taking up all the space. Huh? You're back here taking up all the space. You're not gonna say hi to everybody? He's like, no, woman, I'm trying to snooze. So I'm sitting on the edge. If you guys have a cat, you know what I'm going through. Cats are something else. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start putting the seeds in these cups and labeling them. And so what I usually do for labels is I get old like sour cream, yogurt containers, and I just cut them up and write on the backs of them the items that are growing in the trays. It's just a real cheap, easy way of tagging and keeping track of what I'm growing. So, and I just cut little points in the bottom. Get that out of there. So I just cut little points in the bottom there. And then, let's see, the first one I'm gonna plant is called Blue Beauty, which I'm excited about this one because I've tried Black Beauty and I love it. And I've heard nothing but good things on this one, so we shall see. Oh yeah, let me show you where I just wrote it on there. There we go. And so I just put this in here, and then I'm gonna do 6 seeds. That's how I always do it, of each variety. If I have 6 seeds of them, then that's what is gonna get planted. It gives me 6 tries. Not all of them germinate well. Other things happen. Like I had mentioned before about fungus gnats, they get in there and they lay their eggs, and then the larvae hatch and eat the roots of the seedlings. And I'm not going to cover these with any of the starter. I'm just going to cover them with the sand, and that's that. That's it. So it works out for me because when I'm planting these, I can see where I've already planted some. And therefore, I'm not going to go and accidentally plant in a row that I've already planted. So, and then next is Dark Galaxy. Let me see. Let me bring you guys in here a little bit closer, just so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. You don't necessarily need to see me. Just 6 seeds in each. And I know there's a lot of people that plant a lot of seeds at once, and they do more than a single seed per tray cup. But I really don't. I don't need to do that many. 6 tries is enough. If I can't get it to grow, if none of them grow and after I planted 6 of them, then I mean, that's that. I'm not growing that one that season then. But I know there's some people that like put a whole bunch of seeds in one cup and then thin them out later or separate them later. And you can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just like doing it this way so I can keep up with the germination. So this one is an orange blue, which is a strange name. But it just helps me keep up with the germination and seeing how many seeds out of the 6 grow. In my tomato row, I have these 1x8 beds that make up my tomato row. And I usually plant like 5 varieties in each bed. Uh-oh, dropped that one. 5 varieties in each bed. But this year, I'm only doing 3 varieties per bed. So they'll have more space. I figure I'll give them more space to stretch out and stuff, so and not be so crowded in. Now I did have them on a string trellis, which worked pretty good. But and I'll probably do that same setup again this year. So I am going to get this finished and I will come back to you when I'm ready to do the next step. Okay, as you can see, I got all the seeds in there. And so I'm ready to now add the sand on top. Look at Mr. Comfortable over there. And that's, you guys, literally, that's the space that I'm sitting on right there, that little edge. Anyways, the things we do for our animals. Okay, let me get this set back up. And all I do at this point is just pour the sand on top. So the little cups here are not completely full with the starter mix. There's still some room, I don't know, probably about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch in some cups of space left. I'm just gonna pour this on top here and get it spread around. And there's so many benefits to using sand. And there again, I have a video already explaining that, but my biggest reason for using the sand is to keep the fungus gnats from laying their eggs in the soil here, so that when my seedlings pop up, they're not being destroyed by the larvae of these fungus gnats. Because at first I couldn't figure out, well, why are my seedlings sprouting and then just dying? And that's one of the reasons right there, was because of the fungus gnats. So I try and keep them out of everything. Anyways, I'm just gonna spread this sand on top. It's not a whole lot of sand. It's, like I said, about a 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch for some of the cups. Because believe it or not, the seeds will grow. And I have a video showing that too. Seeds will grow in just strictly sand. They will grow still. So even if I didn't have any soil in here, these seeds would still germinate and grow. I've proven that. But I think that it's just better when I use soil on the bottom and have just the sand on top instead of just straight sand. But it can be done with just straight sand. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna finish just smoothing all this sand out and make sure it's all even and fully covering all of these cups over, and I'll show you what that looks like when I'm finished. So now I have all the sand evenly distributed here and covering over this tray. One of the other benefits to using sand is that it controls moisture. So I am going to fill the bottom of this tray with water, and then I don't have to mess with it for like 3, 4, 5 days. If I put the dome over it, 5 days, maybe a little longer. But I could just sit this and forget it for a while and it will keep, the sand helps keep moisture right around the seeds, and I'm always going to use sand when I start my seeds. Okay, you guys, well, you know, I have like 5 more trays to do of just tomatoes and then I have to move on to my peppers. So I will get back to you when I finish getting all these seeds planted. Okay, so I finished my trays of tomatoes and I need to water this one right here. Since I haven't watered it yet, I just wanted to show you guys that I bottom water. All of these are gonna get bottom watered anytime I water from now on. As you notice, I didn't put tray tops on any of these others, just these 2. I'm gonna have them covered just to see if it would help it to germinate quicker with those covers on. I've gotten tomatoes to germinate without them on, but it was a lot warmer in this room. This room stays right around like 70 degrees. So we shall see what's gonna happen. I'm excited. I still have another 3 trays of peppers to get started because I want to get an early start this season. Once I get that done, then I'll work on starting some other things later. But I wanted to get a head start with my tomatoes and peppers this year. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully it's inspired you to start some seeds indoors. If you haven't already, try using the sand. The sand works. As always, you guys, God bless.